Hey guys, what's up? Milo from IM Hacks. Again, not sure if you've been following the series, but this is the third article provider that I've been reviewing on this blog post, and this one is High Writers. So what I've done is I've gone to three different article providers, and I've basically outsourced articles on why you should outsource writing articles, um, so that I could have a comparison of the three and just I just put them on my blog so people can go over them and decide which one they believed was the better. I had a strict budget of $20, so I basically tried to get the best possible article I could get for that $20. The article that I'm reviewing today or going over today is the one from High Writers. Um, the article was just over 1,000 words, and I believe it came in around $17. Um, so yeah, this article is how to write content for a website, and we'll just go over it now. Okay, so you finish building your website. It has a sweet design, the right style, and it's easy to use. Now, now you need to create content for your site. You want to generate some really great content that is going to capture people's attention. Your content should motivate them to drop everything else they are doing and just focus on what your site has to offer. An experienced content writer can accomplish this goal simply because they have been doing this very type of thing for many years. They understand how to get people to hang on to their every word. They know how to draw in visitors and to capture an audience. However, an inexperienced writer is not as effective. They write information that makes people want to leave their site, or they say things that make no sense at all. If you are a begging writer and you lack the knowledge to create effective content, so obviously spelling mistake there, um, keep reading this material. The information listed below is going to clearly explain the basics for writing dynamic content that will keep people hooked onto your website. Let's take a look at what the basic writing tips for creating compelling content. 1. Give people what they want or need. Giving people what they want or need is a very important business rule. It should also be the guiding principle behind why you are creating content. If the message you are sending people doesn't make sense, they will usually leave your site and find another one that does. Depending on the type of site you have, you should make your content something that is exciting for visitors to experience. For example, if your site is about football, your content should talk about various aspects of the sport. Your homepage should explain why football is in such a way that it makes people want to jump up, run outside, and start tackling people as they come down the street. While I over-exaggerated the above point, you get the idea. Your website's content is necessary for keeping people locked into your site. As long as you are presenting the right type of information that people want and need, then people will come to your site for information and buy whatever it is you're selling. This brings up the next point. 2. Know your audience. You cannot give people what they need or want if you don't know who they are. Your website should have already been created for a specific group of people that you are trying to appeal to. Once you know your audience, you can then figure out what it is they like to read and listen to. Then you can write content that fits within that framework. You should know your audience simply because it will help you make the best content possible. Write your content on a conversational level. Do not write your content with sophisticated language structure unless you are trying to appeal to a group of people who appreciate that type of speech. The average person doesn't communicate like an English professor, so your content should not come across like they do. Honestly, you should write with standard English rules. However, most people don't use good English when they communicate. They just don't. So, your information should use good English standards on its basic level, but it should also be relaxed enough that a person feels like they're talking to a friend. This is a hard balance, but with practice you should be able to pull it off. 4. Keep your content fresh. Your content should be fresh and up to date. You must constantly update your site's information as often as you need to. If you're selling products, have a new site or a site that stays at the forefront of the latest trends, then you will constantly need to update your information. When you constantly provide people with intriguing new information, you will keep people coming back to your site, wanting more of what you have to offer. 5. Don't forget the SEO. SEO or search engine optimization is how people find specific sites on the internet, whether they are looking for them or not. SEO optimization rules use specific keywords with content so that search engines can provide website blogs and papers to users. Keywords are usually specific words related to a particular subject. For example, if you have a website about ice cream, then keywords such as ice cream, frozen treats, sundaes, ice cream cones are keywords that can be used for SEO on your site. Remember to spread the keywords out and not jumble them together. You should also use them sparingly since search engines tend to overlook sites that stuff keywords throughout their content. 6. Pictures say 1,000 words. Visuals are important to any website. They help to break up the content. They also should be used to help stimulate content. You can add an amazing picture to your site, then create dynamic material that supports the photo. Using a combination of photos, pics, and sometimes help to keep visitors locked onto your message. If your picture is really on point and something visitors want to see, they're going to want to know more about it. That's when you should write some powerful messages to hook in your audience. 7. Your content should hook lazy people and scanners. A lot of people don't like to read. They usually read because they have to, so your content should also be written with these individuals in mind. It was already mentioned that your content should be written in a communicative pattern. You should also keep in mind that some of your visitors are going to be lazy or trying to zip through your site, so put in some words and phrases that will grab their attention. Once again, this goes back to understanding your audience. You have to know how your audience thinks and feels if you want to connect to them. This tactic also works for the lazy people who didn't like to read. These content writing tips for beginners are guaranteed to improve your site's overall performance. They are not going to work all the time under every circumstance. The main thing to remember is to keep your content interesting, updated, and easy to understand. Once you master these skills, you can create content that will continuously keep people coming back for what they need and for what they desire.